Psychology Facts presents 10 tactics to put a narcissist in their place. So I'm sure most of you have dealt with a narcissist in your life at some point. You know the type. Always has to be the centre of attention, puts others down to lift themselves up, super sensitive to any perceived critique. Well, today I will show you how to deal with these self-absorbed people. First up, set boundaries early and stick to them. Narcissists will try to steamroll all over you if you let them. Don't be afraid to say no when they demand too much of your time or energy. Keep conversations balanced so it's not all about feeding their ego. Having firm boundaries also prevents them from being able to manipulate or control you. You'll feel more empowered knowing you won't bend to their petty demands. It may cause an initial backlash as they test the limits, but hold your ground. Next, don't take the bait when they try to get a rise out of you. Narcissists love stirring up drama and causing conflicts just so they have something exciting to talk about. If they insult you, just stay chill and change the subject. Don't give them the satisfaction of seeing you upset. The less reaction they get, the more bored they'll become with that tactic over time. Remember, any reaction is still feeding their need for attention and supply. Another tactic, don't expect them to be happy with your wins. Their fragile ego can't handle others' success. So if you get a promotion or spotlight, don't tell the narcissist looking for praise. They'll probably find some way to deflate you or make it about them. It's best to celebrate with people who truly support your happiness and growth without hesitation. That way, you avoid wasting energy trying to get validation from someone incapable of giving it sincerely. The grey rock method is also effective. Keep interactions brief, boring, and superficial. Don't volunteer personal info for them to judge or exploit later. The less ammo you give, the less they can stir things up with. Give one-word answers if possible, so they lose interest quickly and move on to someone more engaging. Speaking in a low, even tone without reactivity also helps diminish their antics. Also, don't just take their word as gospel. Narcissists constantly embellish stories to make themselves seem more impressive. Always get confirmation from other sources and fact-check their tales. Chances are there's some exaggeration or lies sprinkled in. If they do get called out, don't expect an apology. Their ego is too big to admit fault. Be aware they may try targeting the attacker with retaliation too. You should also limit how much you help them out. Narcissists see you as an extension of themselves, so they'll treat you like an employee and expect favours with no thanks. Only offer assistance if it truly benefits you both, and have clear boundaries around how you can reasonably help to avoid burnout from their constant demands. Declining to explanations also denies them information to judge and debate you on. Another tactic is to redirect compliments to others. When the narcissist is gloating about themselves, point out someone else's achievement too, so attention shifts off them. That subtle challenge to their superiority can curb some ego tripping. It's a good way to show you won't tolerate their need to always dominate conversations. Praising others also cultivates a more positive vibe that doesn't feed toxic competitiveness. You should also call them out politely when needed. If they're putting others down or being rude, don't just let it slide. Address it calmly, but make it clear that behaviour isn't okay with you. Narcissists rarely change, but standing up can prevent escalation. Having the courage to speak up establishes you won't be an enabler for their poor treatment of others. Be prepared for rationalizations and excuses when confronting, though. Lastly, spend less time with them overall. Narcissists are emotionally draining to be around long term. Scale back interactions gradually so they don't realize you've limited contact. Your mental health will thank you. And using excuses for being busy is an easy way to cut down exposure without confrontation. Over time, less contact can weaken their supply and sense of control too. All right, friends, those are my top 10 tactics. Hopefully, some give you tools to manage narcissists more gracefully. Let me know if you need more explanation down below.